learn English online. There's no reason to go to boring schools anymore. There's no reason to use boring grammar books. The old ways don't work. The old ways are gone. Now you can learn English online in your own home. And you can do it faster, more effectively, more powerfully than going to an old, normal, boring, traditional school. So how? How should you learn English online? Well, there are a lot of internet tools that you can use, and I recommend several. Number one, you need really good English lessons. Now, I recommend MP3 lessons. So MP3 lessons, of course, they're audio lessons. You listen to them. You want listening and speaking. Okay, you have probably studied English many years from a book, learning with your eyes. That's why you can't speak well. If you want to speak well, you have to learn with your ears. You need English coming into your ears, correct English, and that will cause you to speak automatically. It takes a little time, but it's much more effective than using a book. So you want audio English lessons. I like MP3s because you can put them on an iPod or an MP3 player, take them anywhere. Now, of course, I recommend my own Effortless English lessons. I believe they're the best. They're very powerful. They are listening focused. You will listen. You will learn with your ears. You will learn grammar, but you will never study grammar rules. Please do not study grammar rules. When you study grammar rules, you think about English too much, so you cannot speak fast. You need to learn grammar, yes, but do it in a natural way. Do it in an intuitive way. And that's how you learn with my lessons, Effortless English Lessons. So you have your lessons. What next? Well, maybe you want a teacher. It's often a good idea to have a teacher or a tutor. They can answer questions. They can give you advice. So where do you find an English teacher or tutor online? Well, there are actually many places, but I recommend two. Number one, Link. That's LINGQ.com. Now, Link is excellent. You go to Link and you pay a membership fee. Then you get a teacher. You join a discussion with a teacher. And some discussions are group discussions, maybe 3, 2, maybe 4 students with the teacher. And some are private, just you and the teacher. How do you do this on the internet? Well, it's easy. You use Skype. So you have a headset and you're using your computer. The calls are free. Skype is free. And your teacher calls you, and then you can practice using your English. And you can talk to a native English speaker. So even if you live in Asia, even if you live in South America or in Europe, you can talk to an American. You can talk to a Canadian. So I recommend Link is a great place to find a private English teacher or tutor. Another place is Craigslist, craigslist.org. Now there, you put an advertisement. You advertise. You say, I want an English teacher, and you put your email, and then they will contact you so you can get your own private English teacher. So Craigslist and Link are very good. Okay, next, what do you want? Well, you need a word saver. Okay, as you're using my lessons, you're going to learn new words and new phrases. And you want to review them. So you need something you can save them in. So you can put them in and then review them later. I recommend something called Supermero. Supermero is a nice program. You put in vocabulary and you put in the meaning, and then it will review those words for you. It will show you the word, and you have to remember the meaning. And it'll show you a phrase, you have to remember the meaning. The nice part about Supermero is it's programmed to remind you at certain times. So it works really well with your brain. It will help you remember new words and new phrases much faster. So Supermero, I recommend it. All right, the next thing you need is a community. Right? You don't want to be alone when you're learning English. Yes, you're in your own home. You're on the internet, but you can make friends. You can find other students who are doing the same thing you are. Now, I have something called the Effortless English Club, everyone who gets my lessons becomes a member. And we have forums, so all my members get together and they communicate with each other. They ask each other questions. They're all using the same lessons, so it's really nice. They can talk to each other. They can say, hey, in lesson number 4, what does this mean? And another member will answer the question. They also make friends. They're always chatting about their lives. They're writing about their lives. So you make friends all over the world, other people who love English like you. So you need a community. Now, the last thing is you probably want to practice, right? You probably want to chat. Now, you have your teacher, so that's a little bit of practice. But if you want to chat a lot, you can meet other English speakers, students, or native speakers, and talk with them free online. Again, you can use Skype. That's Skype. Skype is free. So you use Skype to talk on the internet, but you need to find people. How do you find people? Well, number 1, your community. So if you're a member of my forums, of my Effortless English Club, that's easy. You exchange, you trade, you give your Skype address, and you can talk to other members. Another good place to meet people, to chat with, is Can Talk. It's Kantalk, cantalk.com. It's a little chatting community of English learners. So I recommend my community and also Can Talk for chatting. So that's it. That's the new way to learn English, much better than a boring old school and boring old textbooks. Good luck. I think you're going to enjoy learning English online. And you can learn with me at effortlessenglishclub.com. See you. Bye-bye.